Hey everyone, welcome to my Sunday live stream. Looks like I had some tailgaters this evening. Life with two YouTubers. Hey Sharon, what's going on? R.A. Random Wolf, as well as thank you for the shirt and the signature. Awesome. Unruly, what's going on? Unruly is voting for whatever, and there'll probably be a lot of whatever. And Cameron D, welcome. Thank you guys for joining me. There it is. I was going to say, I was like, weird. I don't have like a thing showing who is watching tonight. But thank you all. Hopefully I am live because the chat has stopped since I went live. But or it could just be stupid StreamYard and it's slow chat sometimes. Yeah, I just got like 6 messages. Ruben, what's going on, Ruben? And so thank you all for joining me for my random Sunday live streams. So I went to a little mini con yesterday. I got a haul for that. I also went by my comic shop, picked up 2 weeks worth of books, which is actually a pretty small stack this time, surprisingly. My cutting back is finally starting to show up in the actual number of books I bring home, because I order through pull box previews or whatever, and so I have like 2 months out like that I've already pre-ordered for. Sam, I am. What's going on? Hawk, what's going on? So yeah, so I already showed it real quick, but I was one of like 37 winners in Life with YouTubers contest, and I won a shirt, and they sent me one of Rena's shirts for her book for the Isle of the Dark, and she signed it. So I have a cool new shirt that I am wearing tonight. So yes, there you go. That is what I'm wearing. So thank you so much for sending that to me. I appreciate it. So excited about your book, and congratulations on that. It is just, that is so cool. So that is, so I'm wearing that. I think we will go ahead and, what do you guys want first? You want me to talk about the con first, or do you want me just to show off my like my weekly pickups and my reads? Let's see what the chat thinks. As always, if there's anybody out there that wants to link, hey Joe, I missed Joe 47771 coming in here. I don't think I shouted him out yet. Hawk 79, Burning Block is in the house as well. Hey Cade. Someone felt that way. You guys gave away a lot of prizes, which was cool. Save the con for last. Hey JB, what's going on? Discovery Bay. Thank you for stopping by. All right, we will save the con for last, and I got con talk. So I think I'll go with Sam I Am, and we'll save the con for last. And go through my pickups from last 2 weeks first. JB or Sam or anybody, if you guys want on here, just hit me up. Let me know that you send me a message on Instagram or whatever, and I'll send you the link. So we'll start from worst to best in what I picked up the last 2 weeks. I'm still picking up the Dumpster Fire that is got Fire J. Scott Campbell covers, but it's terrible on the inside because I pre-ordered 2 months out and I finally decided to cut it, but I have actually one more issue still coming. I will admit this issue was better. I did go on and read it. I almost didn't. But saying it's better than what's been going on before is not saying much. So one more issue, and then Black Cat is gone from my pull forever because I'm a dummy. Well, maybe not forever, but as long as this artist and writer are on it, yeah. Unfortunately, another book that is ending is, well, ending for me and for everyone, is Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, Tom Taylor. I've really enjoyed the Spider-Man run, but this issue, it's like they basically, Tom Taylor was setting all this stuff up with Under York and all this kind of stuff that he's been setting up this whole time, and I don't know what happened that they decided they were going to end Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man back in the late summer, early fall, but they did. And this issue is completely like, let's wrap up a whole bunch of the stuff that Tom started to create, storylines, and this and one more issue. And so, yeah. So that is it's Friendly. It was so good. It's still better than ASM, which is an incoherent mess. But it was very like, let's shove a whole bunch of stuff in to try to like wrap up all these storylines that Tom had started, because we're ending Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man early, which they just move him over to ASM because we got this whole 2099 crossover, and this is just, I have not been impressed with Nick Spencer's run on ASM. I love the Hunted storyline, but for the most part, we still haven't gotten a reveal of this villain. Every issue is a crossover. There was all the Absolute Carnage crossovers. Now they're doing this, and then there's some other stuff going on here that's, yeah, I don't know. This was a disappointment. What is the slab behind your right ear? Right ear. Wait, right ear. That. This one? You've seen this one. Batgirl 12 Archer? Is that the one you're talking about? Or are you talking about the Spider-Gwen, what is this, 24? Which is where she becomes Venom. When she becomes the Venom. The one on the end. So that would be this one, yeah. So yeah, that's Spider-Gwen number 24. This is actually, I don't know if I've ever talked about this. This is actually the first slab I ever picked up. And I found it for a deal, and I don't even know why. I was trying to get this issue because I was reading Spider-Gwen was one of the things I read early on, and I really love that Jason Latour, Robbie Rodriguez run. And so, yeah, and I like this cover. It was cool. So I snagged that for cheap. And that is actually the first slab I ever owned. Hey, Sam Tangled Web, what's going on? Yeah. Oh, and because every time I click on something, of course, Sam, I am, yeah, ASM is a disappointment. I pick up ASM because I pick up ASM. That's kind of where I'm at this point. Alien Fungi. I don't remember that one. Yeah, I don't know. Glitter, what's going on? He's saying, I did not see Glitter come in. Let's see. Thank you for joining us, Sam. All right. Biggie Shack, what's going on? So rest of my poll, which is actually really small for 2 weeks. So there's 3 books. Justice League or Legion of Doom, because they've won. So I'm not sure where they're going for this. I think Scott Snyder's ending his run on Justice League really soon, and the best I can tell from the solicitations is when he ends, Luther and company will have won. So yeah, we're gonna see where this is going for. I'm waiting for the crossover, the big event to for the heroes to come back. But at this point, it looks like they're winning. It's been good. It's taken it way too long to get here, in my opinion, but it's been good. Last couple of issues have been good. So I enjoyed that. Let's see, who else? So Biggie's getting a whole bunch of fist bumps and hellos. Anything else? So City of Bane, this was pretty good. The fight between Batman, Catwoman, and Bane was excellent. I'm still like the whole stuff with the Thomas Wayne Batman. I don't know, that whole character I could kind of do without, but we'll see where it goes. It's going to be where this ends, and we'll see how he wraps this up. I'm hoping Tom King can at least wrap this up in a good way. Like, his run has been so uneven. I know most people would say bad. I know a lot of people will say bad. I've enjoyed parts of it. Parts of it I didn't like at all. so far it appears to be wrapping up pretty well, but yeah, so we will see. I do love I didn't show it like on this and the Justice League, these acetate covers. These are cool. I like them. I don't know that I'd like them all the time, but I do think these are cool covers. So Sam's giving a thumbs up that I missed that. Like that cover. It's got to be the Batman cover. Or Sam just giving a thumbs up to everyone. I liked my Bane. Lots of Sams, yes, Biggie. You gotta. There's Sam I Am and Sam Tangled Web. So both of which are awesome guys. So yeah, I just see lots of thumbs ups and fist bumps and stuff in the chat at the moment. So next was I picked up Die. What is this? What are we up to? Number 9. This was good. This was better. Although it was a little exposition-y for me and a little confusing where this came from all of a sudden. But I'm hoping it leads to the story picking back up. I love that first trade of Die so much. The second, so those first 5 issues were so good. And even like issue 6 was really, really good. The first issue of this, but then it is 7 and 8 were really slow. This one potentially sets us up to go in some really cool places, but doesn't really do a whole lot yet. It was better. It was good. I enjoyed it, but it's definitely like I'm hoping this is going to bring it back up. And then last but not least, this week I picked up. Well, this is actually from 2 weeks ago, but I didn't get there, or not 2 weeks ago, but the Wednesday before last. I picked up both covers of Harleen. I am digging this a lot. I'm really enjoying it. It still has some of the issues that Whitewell talked about when we did the review on his channel. I think we were on his channel. With him and John, is the dialogue's a little wordy. Although I thought this one was better. The pacing's a little slow, but it's good. My only really complaint about this is I like the art a lot more than Whitewell did. I love this cover, this B cover. And Unruly's ready for a Die hardcover. Probably gonna have to wait, I would guess, until they wrap up the second storyline. But yeah, this cover's okay. I like the other one better. But this has been excellent. The dialogue, like I said, has some weaknesses, but the red boxes, which is her monologue of telling the story, is just so good. And because her perspective on it, like looking back at the mistakes she's made and the letter where she ends up, is just so good. There's a couple of pages in here. There's one where she's interviewing him, and you like, she's talking about how she fell for the trap, that she was like, well, yes, Grandma, I'll come closer to like the big bad wolf. And, and then there's this whole scene where they like flip and she's the one in the straitjacket and he's the one like analyzing her. And then there's also a scene with her and Batman on the roof. And it's just really good. I'm really enjoying it. My biggest complaint is that it's only 3 issues, which basically where they've gotten to is like a little bit of spoilers. Not much. It's basically the first issue was all leading up to her starting to be his psychiatrist and like have interviews with him, and it was all lead up to her background and everything else. This is all that to her basically falling for the trap, but she's not Harley yet. She's not Harley Quinn yet. But it's on her. So my guess is the 3rd issue is going to be her turning into Harley Quinn, and my problem with that is that those red boxes that I love so much is she's on the back side of this. She has perspective when she's telling the story. And I don't think we're going to get to see that. I think it's going to end with her. I think it's the whole 3rd issue is just going to be her becoming Harley in that initial thing. And I don't think we're going to get to see the version of Harley that's telling the story. And because I feel like we're going to need at least another issue, if not two, for that, and like beyond the third. So that's my concern. But so far, I'm right now at this stage, I'm hoping this becomes the official like canon Harley backstory of how she becomes Harley Quinn. Let's see who else has joined us while I was talking about that. Sam wouldn't mind checking out Die when it comes out in hardcover. It's good. Like the first story arc, Sam, that was those 5 issues was as good as anything I've read this year. Hey Perry, what's going on? Perry is lurking. Geek Strings and Comics. Hey man, I gotta go back and watch your video you dropped. I saw you dropped it, and I haven't watched your video from your GalaxyCon hanging out with D-Runk. I need to go back and watch that. I might do that before I head to bed tonight. Let's see. Anyway, don't give John's die away, Perry. But yeah, issue 6, which was the start of the second storyline, was really good. 7 and 8 were 9 was better. We'll see where the second storyline ends. But yeah, I really enjoyed Die overall. So that's kind of my haul. That's all the books I picked up the last 2 weeks. So it's a pretty small stack for me. What do I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different titles over 2 weeks. That's not bad. I did get both issues of Harleen, which ran my budget up a little bit. But and Black Cat needs to go away, but that's happening next thing. D got to meet Kevin Conroy. Oh, yeah, I got to meet him like 2 years ago at Planet, and so yeah. So there, I'll make you jealous, Sharon. So he signed that for me a couple years ago at Planet Comic Con, and he's actually coming back to Planet, I think, again this next year. I might try to get a comic book signed, maybe. Focus. There we go. Again, it was awesome because he stood up like while I was in line, like almost to the front. He stood up on the table and was like, "I am Batman." So yeah, so Planet Comic Con in the spring is kind of the big Kansas City Comic Con, and there used to be a Kansas City Comic Convention. It was in the fall, and it went under mainly because one of the guys pulled out of it. Well, there's not a lot of there are a few, but there's not a lot in the past. There's been more coming on in the last couple of years, but there weren't any small, just comic and toy shows and that kind of stuff. There just weren't many of those around. It's crazy not really doing the voice. Yeah, it is pretty close to his actual natural voice. You are correct, Geeks. He doesn't really change it hardly at all. And so there hasn't been much of that. Well, the people that were behind that other bigger convention are trying to build back. They're trying to make some of the people that were behind it are trying to build back. So they've started this Fountain City mini-con. So this was the first year. It was in a church gym. It was in the bottom of a church gym up in Kansas City. But there were probably, it went all the way around the outside of the gym, and then there were 3 rows in the middle, front and back. Or 2 rows in the middle, front and back, I guess. Yeah. So there were 3 pathways, but yeah, 3 aisles. But there were probably 18-ish comic vendors, a few local artists and stuff, probably 10 or 12 toy vendor type people. So it was pretty good. I mean, for first year, only one of the comic vendors was actually a brick and mortar. Everybody else was an online seller or just people that do shows and that kind of stuff that were there. Prices were sort of con prices. I mean, there were some things that were crazy. There were some things that were reasonable. And I'm going to show you guys my haul. I went, so it was pretty good. I mean, it was one day, 10 to 4. I went at about 10 and had a pretty good crowd. Hopefully a good enough crowd that they'll keep trying to build it. But yeah, it was decent. It was not anything spectacular, but it was good enough that there was enough long boxes and stuff that I felt like I had to make some decisions. I'm terrible. Like, and the fact that I want too many things, so I always have a hard time like actually making decisions on what I'm going to buy. Um, but it was a good time. I got there about 10. It had only been open for a few minutes when I got there, and I stayed to about 2:30. I didn't buy anything till like 2 o'clock. Like I just looked and dug and went back and was like, it was small enough that I kind of could remember where stuff was at, and I debated on what I was going to do. My budget right now is super tiny. I basically had a $60 budget for like books. Um, that's not completely true. I've been trying to sell some stuff on eBay and some things that I actually had like another like $30 or $40 I could have spent, but I was kind of trying to like try to build a little bit of a nest egg to buy some other stuff, unless it was like a big book that I really wanted. But most of the stuff, like I said, were a little bit of con prices. There was one guy who was like, "Oh, everything's within 10 or 15% of fair market value," and I was like, "Yep, 10 or 15% higher." I ended up not buying anything from him. He has some good books. I debated a long time on what I was going to do, if I was just going to do a book, like a bigger book. If I was going to do like a couple of like keys. I looked long and hard at a DC Comics Presents 26. Didn't do that. The price wasn't bad. I think I could have gotten to a good price, but it was a little more than I wanted to spend, like right now with my budget. So I'm trying to be smart. I'm trying to be diligent with Christmas and everything else. So what I ended up doing is this stack. There's a bunch of. I ended up spending about $40 total for all of that. There's a bunch of dollar books. There's some $2 books. Yeah, it is. So $40 on 15 comics, I think. There's a couple of $5 books in there. It's like $1, $2, $4, $5, and then one book I ended up spending 50. So, which I'll get to. So that was kind of the thing. I ended up buying from like 3 different vendors. So Christmas is always a wallet killer. Yeah. So I've been trying to like save up for Christmas and some other stuff and trying to get my thing. So like I ended up spending just over $40, and I basically spent my $60 by the time I had lunch and other stuff. So $2 books. I picked up this Batman number 21 from Rebirth, lenticular cover of the button. I didn't have this issue. It's one of the issues I am missing from having a complete Rebirth run. So I grabbed that for $2. Sometimes unruly. Sometimes. Let's see. Geeks, main thing I want to do is Galaxy Comics, get a card and sketch by Bagley, and I'm happy to say, nice. I can't wait. I assume you showed it during your video today. I have not watched. I need to go back and watch that. So that is cool, Geeks. Congratulations on snagging a Bagley sketch. That is awesome. Burning Block has that one. Okay, nice. So yeah, that was one I was missing from the early part of Rebirth, which was before I was collecting again, that I had just never like come across in back issue bins. So I was glad to snag that. I also snagged a couple for $2. I snagged a couple of Wonder Woman Frisian covers that I was missing before I started doing that. So helping to try to complete that Jenny Frisian Wonder Woman cover run. That was 43, and then 24, which is one of my favorites really of the whole run, with Cheetah kind of in dark behind her, and just I love that one. And these are both like, they were in $2 thing. I've rebagged and boarded all of them, but all 3 of these books are in fantastic condition. Yeah, I can imagine that. Actually, my mom works at a place that's sort of like that. They have a ridiculous amount of Christmas stuff. I don't know. Based on the video I saw yesterday, apparently he won, or at least he claimed all the winnings, even if he lost that sword fight. So, from what I could tell, you got an Indiana Jones video and some leaves on your car, and he got all the comic books. So that's oh, he says he had that way before the fight, and then the next was, so those were the three I picked up from one place for $2, and then next guy I bought some books from had like dollar bins, but he also had 6 books for $5. So I picked up some old Batman issues. All of these are also in super minty condition, even though they were in really old bags of boards. Batman, what is this? Did I give the focus for? I'm gonna focus. What is this? 450, which is a sweet Joker cover. So picked that up for $1. I picked up for the 451, also for $1. So a couple of sweet Joker covers. I picked up first Tim Drake as Robin, 442, for also out of the dollar bin, and so that was pretty nice. I grabbed that. I could have actually got the first Tim Drake. One of the guys had it for a reasonable price, but I ended up passing on it. So these are all part of my dollar haul. I picked up some issues from Nightfall. I'd like to eventually go back and get all these singles. As you guys know, I talked about this in my video for so what is this was Batman 495, which is number 7 in that portion. That story. Nice Poison Ivy cover. I picked up Detective Comics 664, which is the one after the breaking of the bats in the storyline. It's number 12 in the storyline. And then I also picked up, so you guys will see I have a 9.8 of 497 back there, which is the direct edition. And I snagged for $1 a very minty Batman 497 newsstand. So I was able to grab the newsstand version. So super happy to add that to the collection. That have both versions of this book. Newsstand is a little more, actually has a little bit of value. 497 really doesn't because there's just so many of them. But the one with the black, because there's just so many of them out there. But oh yeah, the Kelly Jones and his huge Batman ears is just ridiculous. Yeah, I don't know why he did that, but it's so crazy and ridiculous. But so yeah, so I was happy to grab that for just $1. I need to scroll back up here to unreleased comment so I can take that down. So hey Jeffrey, what's going on? So I'm just going through my Fountain City Minicon haul from yesterday. So snagged this for $1. So super happy to have the newsstand of $497. And then I also bought the one big book that I spent a little more for from that same dealer. And I got, which I'm trying to get all these Gotham City Sirens. 15's about the going rate for this one. That's not a steal by any stretch, but it's not, I didn't overpay. And this book is in really nice condition too. So I'm happy to add this Harley cover from Gotham City number 5. I need to get the Ivy and Catwoman connecting ones to go with it. But super happy to add this. And like I said, 15 wasn't too bad. Jeffrey is in the chat. What's going on, Jeffrey? Let's see, Glitter and Duct Tape. I shouted him out. Steve B, I don't think I shouted you out yet. Oh, he just got in here. That's why. Steve B. So, yeah, I'll go back through. If you guys missed it, I'll do a recap in a little bit. Sam loves that Harley cover. Yeah, I really like all three. there's a ton of really nice covers in that Gotham City Sirens run, and I really love these 3 connecting ones. So finally snagged one of those. I didn't actually see the other 2. Wish I had. And then the last guy I bought some $2, $4, $5 books. He had some different prices on stuff, but I did pretty good. I'm hoping to like go back and like fill in the gaps on the original Catwoman run that I don't have. I'm missing some of the early issues. Well, I'm missing a bunch of the early issues. So I grabbed number 2. It was $2. I was like, okay. He had some others, but I didn't really want to I didn't grab a whole bunch. Trying to stay on budget. He had some other books I wanted instead. I grabbed number 1 for the second series, which would be maybe even right there as my all-time favorite Catwoman covers. I love this cover, Darwin Cook. This is just such a gorgeous cover, in my opinion. The only problem with it, the reason it's probably not do you guys know what's wrong with this cover? Why it's not the thing that holds me back from probably putting it right at the top of my favorite Catwoman covers of all time? Do you guys know what the error is? What they screwed up? Anybody in the chat know what's wrong with this cover? Maybe if I get a little closer, you guys can figure it out. What's wrong with this cover? There, she's in focus. And it's not well, it's not Darwin Cook's art, but it is something wrong with the art. It's not the no goggles. It's not the hair. She had a short haircut then. She just didn't have her mask on. Look at her eyes. What color are they? They're not green. They gave her blue eyes to match the logo for the book, and she has green eyes. So I don't know. It's something about it. Biggie says her ads. Well, no, it's not on there, Biggie. So yeah. So for me, I don't know. I'm weird that way, but yeah, it does kind of bother me. It's like, those are the wrong color. She has green eyes. Come on, focus. I hate this camera. I really need to get a different camera. Focus back out. Oh, you stupid camera. There we go. So yeah, but I do this is, even with the eyes the wrong color, I love this Darwin Cook cover. It is so good. And this is another minty copy. I might even eventually get that slab. So we'll see. Not that it's really worth anything, but just because I love that cover. All right. I also snagged for $5, First Domino, X-Force 11. So I don't know. This was $5. Everywhere, all the other. TJ. Oh, well, see, then it's right, TJ. There you are. Welcome, TJ. I'm almost through the haul, but I'll go back through it and I'll do a recap here in a little bit. But so I snagged this for $5. All the other copies were 15 or 20. And this was actually maybe one of the nicer copies. And this guy had it for $5. So I went on and snagged this. I'm not a huge Domino fan, but I do like her as a character. She is a pretty good character, and it's $5, and it's a really nice copy. I don't see anything wrong with it, other than so I thought, what the heck? So a little minor key. And then 2 more books. So I don't know if you guys know, one of the things I'd like to do, I'll never have a Batman run. But one of the things, I bought those Nightfall things, is I'd like to get all the issues of certain storylines that I really enjoy. And the one I was probably the closest to, that's one of the major storylines completing, was Hush. I've showed that part of my collection before. I have that second print of 608. Get your directions pointing down. But when I collected Hush originally, I missed out on 608 and 609. The first prints had everything else in the run. I had the like 608, 609 double feature is how I had those two issues collected. And then I am terrible at the StreamYard thing and pointing in the right direction. There it is. I grabbed that 608 second print here last year. Well, he had regular 608, that same guy for I think this was $4 actually. Yeah, I think this was $4. He had the 608 and then 609, which has been going for 15, 20 bucks, 25 bucks on eBay consistently. Because it's the first appearance of Hush. He had it for $5, and this is a minty copy as well. So I ended up just getting some small books. Nothing huge, nothing major. Like I said, I spent like that whole stack. I spent about $40 on, and that included 15 on the one book. So I was pretty happy with my haul from Fountain City. I didn't get any major books, but had a good time and wasted most of a day looking at comic books, digging through back issue bins, trying to decide what I was going to do. True Statement, Unruly. What did I miss? Off-panel feet. Liefeld at its finest. Okay, yeah. Huge quad, small feet. Off-panel feet. Oh, goodness gracious. Yeah, and great books from the Hush storyline. Yeah, and you gotta love these Jim Lee covers. Definitely, I thought I did good. It was a good day. I didn't really have an agenda when I went. There wasn't anything particular I was looking for. Like I said, I looked hard at a DC Comics Presents 26. I blinked on it. Ultimately, it was just a little more than I was comfortable with spending for the graded copy. I mean, it was I would guess it was probably like a 9.2, 9.4-ish kind of range. And the price was probably about right for a raw copy that would grade that much. But it was just a little more than I could really spend right now. Hey, John, what's going on? You've missed my con recap, but we're only 37 minutes in, so I'm probably going to do a recap. And I haven't said it for a while, but if any of you guys want to hop in and just talk and hang out for a little bit, let me know. I'll send you the link. So you guys know my Sunday stuff is pretty relaxed and not a whole lot going on. So I will go. John jumped to the top here. Steve has to buy mostly online. Do I hear Indiana Jones music? I totally missed that. Like, I missed that stream where Whitewell ate the peppers and when everyone went back and watched it. And so I had missed out on the whole Indiana Jones thing until she put that in the video yesterday. So that I had to so I laughed at that pretty much. YouTubers clam. So John wants the link. Okay, I will send it, man. Hang on 1 second. See if I can. All right. Should be on its way, man. So anybody else wants it? Jeffrey, Biggie, whatever. I don't know if I have Biggie's email. I think I have it. No, sorry. But whoa. Let me. And now Siri's trying to talk to me. Sorry. There we go. Okay. So yeah, so it was a good time. I didn't bake the snake. What's going on? So I'll do a recap for everybody here in a little bit because there's a bunch of people that come in. But I didn't have a whole lot. Like I said, just that, that Fountain City Con was a lot of fun. It wasn't super crowded. There was enough people that I felt like it was hopefully worth time for the dealers. And I'm going to add Mr. John. Whoa, there it is. How's it going, John?
I'm doing all right. Can you hear me okay? Is everything all right?
Yeah, you're good. You're good. So, no, I was just doing a recap of a little mini con I went to yesterday. It was a good time. There was it was the first year they did it. There was 18 comic book vendors probably. So, and they was all just in a little gym. So it wasn't like anything big or massive or anything. So, but hey, Charlie.
And Kate, over there just hanging out.
What's going on?
Getting their dinner.
Nothing much.
Yeah.
He's doing a live stream. That's what he's doing.
We're just messing around online, talking comic books.
It's his Sunday live stream show, and he's talking about a Comic-Con. But I'm gonna enjoy the chat and the conversation. You go and finish cleaning your rooms.
Bye.
Yeah.
You gotta clean your room too.
Haha. Thank you.
So you missed John, like at the beginning, because you came in late. Is I got a sweet shirt from Rena and signed.
Yeah, that's good.
So that was my prize from their contest. So I was excited to have that and rock that on tonight's live stream. So that was pretty cool. But no, yeah. I just
give me a second. I need to jump, I think, in and out of here because you're going in and out, but I think it's on my side. I don't think it's on your side.
Okay. I haven't noticed me having any issues tonight, but sometimes I do have internet issues.
I think it's mostly me. Crib Midgets says Stevie B Comics. That's hilarious. All right. I'll be right back. Give me 1 second.
Okay. Well, we'll see if John makes it back. Oh, good grief, my stupid camera. Oh, gosh. There it goes. I don't know what the Crib Midgets is referencing. Did I miss something? Maybe I'm blanking on it. TJ's already reprimanding one of his sons, telling him to eat better. So we'll see if John hops back in here. If not, you don't want to get cramps. All right, let's see if John is not hopping in and out this time.
I'm back, but it's weird.
Right.
I'm getting like a stuttery thing on your end, but I don't know what's going on. It seemed fine when I was in the live in the chat, so I don't know.
No, is anybody else seeing it? You are like buffering almost on me, from my end.
Am I a little stuttery? Yeah.
Yeah, you're a little stuttery to me, but I don't know what everybody else is saying. Is it me or John, or is it both of us?
I think it's probably me. Let me get one more try at this.
Okay. Hey, Houdat, what's going on? So yeah, we got a bunch more people in here. So while we're messing with seeing if John can actually make this stream work, I could start going back through my haul from my pickups from the week, and then I'll go through my pickups again since I did that at the beginning, and then I'll go back through the haul from the con. Mastodon, what's going on? Thank you for joining us. Live with two YouTubers says we're both fine. So I don't know. He was he was having a little bit of issues on my end. So Unruly says we're both fine. So maybe it was just us. I don't know. Interesting. Oh, Jay Hood, welcome. So yeah, there's a bunch of people popping in now that so we will go back through everything. So picked up 2 weeks worth of books from my comic shop after I went to the con yesterday. Oh, you Discovery Bay? Gosh dang it. And I just turned my phone off. Hang on a second. Which this may actually make me drop out for a second. Actually I don't need that. I'll do it this way. I'm sorry, JB. I totally I missed the message where you told me to look. So I don't know if I have your email. Hang on, it's gonna take me a minute to boot stuff back up because John was saying I had issues, so I turned everything off. So let me get everything booted back up so I can get to the we're gonna forward the link to you, and as soon as I get the email, I will send. As soon as I get in there, I will send it to you. Big Biggie J Hood. So let me. I totally like missed. So we'll see if I freeze up. John appears may or may not be coming back. So, all right. Discovery Bay. All right. I don't know if I had that or not. It's really simple, but I don't know if I had your email or not. JB. All right. Make sure I typed that right. Send. So, okay. Sorry about that, JB. It is sent on its way. Capital D, JP. Oh, well, you know, sometimes you can't get there. Like, I had a bunch of plans today, and then I ended up, like, not feeling well for most of the day, but I'm feeling much better now. So I don't know what was going on with me earlier today. Well, thanks for listening, J Hood, while you're working. I appreciate that. So there is Mr. JB. What's going on, man?
What you doing, man? I was in the chat, you know, I'm like, hey, he'll check his phone eventually.
No, I was like I don't do much on my phone unless you tell me. Like,
you said IG me. That's what you said.
I know, but I meant
no
like
worries.
tell me that you IG me. I don't check it because if I start doing stuff on my phone, like sometimes my internet like.
Well, yeah, now you got a bunch of people in here. You're gonna have to start the whole show over again anyway.
I know. I'm gonna have like everybody came like just as I was wrapping up.
Nice.
So what's going on, man?
No, nothing much. You know, just living the dream out here in California, being the stay-at-home dad that I am, and there's no school tomorrow, so I'm hosting a sleepover tonight. You know how it is. You know.
Gotcha. Yeah, technically I'm off work tomorrow, but I'm going in because I'm gonna take the holiday on Friday. So luckily we can do that. So
yeah, good stuff. So all right, John's restarting his laptop.
So
good stuff. Anyway, I'm just kicking back tonight, watch some football today. I haven't watched some football in quite a while. And my fantasy team did all right now, but it looks like maybe I still might lose because I played the Steeler defense, which scored some retarded number of points. I mean, a defense scored 52 points.
Oh, good grief.
So, anyway, I'm still in the lead.
There you go. Good luck, man. Good luck. Well, my Chiefs lost via a comedy of errors.
How did they lose that game?
They're the Chiefs. I mean, they just I don't know. That was I cannot believe they blew that. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, that was one of the games I was watching. I was like, crazy they lost that game.
So they're getting rid of the like system on Instagram. It doesn't bother me. The only thing I like about the like system is it tells me who looked at it. So... But yeah, I'm not really too worried about it. PJ is mocking John for being
good stuff. Good stuff.
So did you get out and do any hunting this weekend, or do you just mostly hang out with the fans?
No, you know what I did do was I had to get ready for Monday night. I do a show on Common Core called Modern Men, and we did that randomizer at the end of I don't even know what episode that was. Episode 1 for me, but episode 4, I don't know. I don't want to confuse everybody. But at the end of the episode, they do a randomizer of something that we need to read in this week. And I just actually sat down and read it today on the app, on the Unlimited app. And it was the Moon Knight run from 2014, issues 1 through 5. Now, I have never read a single issue of Moon Knight in my life. Ever. So this was my first real introduction to Moon Knight, and by issue 5, I was pretty much hooked, man.
Nice.
I was
read Moon Knight.
It was great. What I think Comichead 84 actually suggested that. I'm not sure. I don't want to give him credit where credit wasn't due, but someone had suggested it because we were taking suggestions from the chat on what to put in the randomizer for what we were going to read, and it was terrific.
Are you guys 90? And newer? What's the cutoff?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We had that. The first episode was a discussion about what is the actual cutoff for modern.
Yeah.
Which took up about half the episode. Let me get to some of my notes here. as we went over all the different eras of what the cutoff is, and some people don't recognize what they call the what do we call it, the Copper Age. But the Copper Age only went for 6 years, and I think. Did you recently do something on this recently?
That was Big Will and Covey.
Yes, absolutely. Big Will and Covey went and explored
really good.
The topic further.
Anybody in chat, you should go find it. It's on Comic Books NYC's channel.
It was a great episode, yeah. And the discussion of, we're always going to be in modern, but there needs to be a new name for what we just got out of. And some of the stuff that came up was, like the movie age or the variant age or just there were some great suggestions, so that I'm really excited to be on the show. How you doing, John? I hope you had a great weekend,
man. I've been editing all day. I so rarely get to editing, and I remember now why I don't.
Wow, I know. Actually, I'm supposed to do a show tomorrow. I'm going to edit some stuff tomorrow, but I am enjoying not editing. I'm really enjoying not editing and just like looking for the hot tag. Who wants to go live? I want to go. I'll go with you because I don't want to edit anymore either.
Yeah. So I was looking at JB's face a few times because I'm editing a Baltimore Comic-Con catch-all.
Oh, nice.
It should be ready for a premiere tomorrow. I'll shoot an icon to JB if he's doing a show tomorrow. make sure I make the lineup.
I'm definitely doing a show tomorrow.
I'll do a premiere.
Right. Okay.
I've never done a premiere on my channel, so I'll try.
Premieres are fun, man. Premieres are a blast. As a matter of fact, I've been talking with Biggie Shack, and we were talking about when should I release my show. And I'll be honest with you, if I released it in the morning and did a premiere, I'd probably get less than 10 people in there, but I'd probably get 100 views in the day. Where if I release it in the afternoon, like at 3:30, I get like 20 people in the premiere, and it's fun as hell. And I only get 50 views, but who cares? I had so much fun during that 10 minutes. So that's why I've been releasing them later. I was like, man, it's funner for me, and this whole thing's fun anyway. So what the hell?
Yeah. I haven't picked what time. I got to think about what time. If maybe off air, you'll let me know what time is open. what I should be aiming for.
All right.
Hey, don't you have another show tomorrow?
I'm doing Modern Men tomorrow.
No, I know you're doing Modern Men, but isn't John doing a top 5 tomorrow?
I can barely understand the two of you. It's like so bad. It's like an accordion on my end.
Really?
Yeah, it's horrible. I'm actually like it's hurting my ears almost. It's like yeah, it just keeps rebooting, and I don't know what is going on my end here.
That's not good.
It's weird because I just redid my internet. It should be perfect. But there's a bunch of guys in the chat that Seawood is in this video. Like every person I met in Baltimore is in this video.
Awesome.
And it should be pretty fun and funny. And so I'm hoping for a morning slot. I might try for a morning slot. I think I've done editing. I'm gonna put it on a memory stick and then try to load it to my channel, and then I'll pick a time and I'll make a thumbnail and all that good stuff.
Good stuff. Yeah, I'll get it in there. Good stuff.
And then I've got several other videos to try to edit, but that was the big one to try to get done.
Yeah, get done finally. Well, since I got a whole new crowd, I guess
a whole new crowd. Let's take it from the top.
I will take it from the top. So first, I'll do like my 2 weeks worth of pickups, which because I'm an idiot, I still have this. This book is so bad. I mean,
I stopped after 3.
Well, I wanted to stop
after 3,
but because I am 2 months out.
And I think if you look at that, I think number 3 was just the brutal disappointment of what they could have done with this character that they unleashed. Yeah. And then they just frittered it away. And I was like, screw you guys.
Yeah, no, it's so bad.
Never mind.
And I still have one more coming because I pre-ordered it. I'm a dummy. And there's no way around it. James got camel covers, kept me in it longer than it should have.
So now I have to make the decision of what do you keep? Because now, I think I've got a couple of each of the covers from 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
And then I think I just won one on Blasted or Stash It's Patreon thing where I was a Patreon member and I won the that's the only one I'm going to keep, as a matter of fact. There you go. When I get that book, that's the only one I'm going to keep, and everything else is going away. Huh?
You should buy them.
I know they're going to my dollar book, but I'm
There
doing
you
my
go.
dollar book pop-up shop. You'd be surprised what sells for $1.
This is true. So picked up die number 9. I thought this was way better.
Better?
Yeah, than it had been the last couple of issues. Yeah, like I had been on board with everybody else that thought it had kind of fallen off. Oh, he got the other cover. Nice.
I'm buying both still at this point.
Okay.
But this was my favorite. There's something about the Day of the Dead almost style on this one. The skull, like this. Check out this little skeleton. Where is it? Right here.
Yeah.
I dug this one too. I honestly think if this comic continues to be successful, this is a key issue.
Yeah.
They basically give you the entire backstory for the game here, the entire like breakdown.
No spoiler.
If we're getting truth, we could be getting a lie. We don't know exactly if we can trust the person telling us the information, but if what they're telling us is true, this is a huge info drop, and all the origins that you want are in here.
Yeah.
Cool.
So that.
Oh, John froze.
There he goes.
Yeah, he's been having internet issues.
Gone too soon.
well, let's leave him. Oh, there he is.
There he
He's back. So I'm still picking up Batman because
Me
I picked
too.
up Batman, and this was
Me too.
This was
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. Come on. What,
okay.
compared to last week? Maybe?
Well,
Or 2 weeks ago? Come on.
I enjoyed the fight between Bane, Batman, and Catwoman. I did not like.
He needed Catwoman. What kind of Batman is that?
I don't know. You're right. I'm trying to.
You're trying. That's
to
trash. Next.
Next. This I enjoyed. Bad guys win. So
Okay.
there you go.
Bad guys win. Hey, they got to win every once in a while, or it's no fun, right?
That's right. So we'll see where that goes. But Scott Snyder's supposedly like leaving the title like within the next 2 issues. So
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I don't know if
That's
he's just gonna leave it for somebody else to figure out.
Yeah.
So
He's like, I threw it all on the wall, man. You need to figure it out now.
pretty much TJ throwing shade at Barry.
Oh man.
Oh man. I love TJ and Perry's back and forth. They're hysterical. So,
Is he live? I gotta see.
I don't know.
He's always live.
I was gonna say he's live like 90% of the time.
Yeah, he's got
so.
Reggie collecting. I don't know if you guys. Well, go ahead, keep going. We'll go after.
Oh no, you're fine.
No, go after. I'll do it after.
So this is kind of like Batman, a cluster.
I still collect it again. Amazing Spider-Man. Keep buying them. Stopped reading them, but I keep buying them. Yep, because I'm
This
a
is a
collector.
Spider-Man title I enjoy. Like, and they're
No,
ending.
that one's over. I didn't know that was over. That's another one
one
I've
more
been
issue.
buying. But I've been buying it, but I haven't gotten a chance to read them yet.
Yeah, one more issue. And this issue really suffered from the fact that he's trying to wrap up everything he started because I think he thought he was going to have a longer run. But so they just like moved through a whole bunch of things like in this.
Okay, now question for you. How did we know that this was going to be the last issue? I mean, when you see something, there was not a preview for another issue. Like,
There's one more
no
issue
one's
coming.
pre-booked something that's still coming out that's not coming out
Yeah,
anymore,
there's
right?
like one more issue, and then wait. Yeah, I think there's one more issue, and then there's no solicitations after that.
Okay,
and
that's the tell. Hey, they stopped soliciting this.
Yeah, and then there's some articles saying, "Yeah, no, it's ending."
Yeah.
So.
Nice. All right.
Everyone, if you love John, watch my last video.
Oh man.
What did I miss? I missed something, apparently.
So I made the comedic mistake of sending Perry a photograph that will probably haunt me for quite a long time.
To make a thumbnail, I'm assuming, right?
But I will say that for the sake of comedy, it was hashtag worth it. And Rod, after Rod on the late night show decided to go shirtless for a quick moment, I sent Perry a shirtless pic just to be like part of the Rican team there.
Oh no!
It makes a nice little brief appearance. Yeah, I did send you a topless photograph. I legitimately did.
Oh goodness gracious!
I will
Thanks
do
for reminding me,
pretty
Biggie Shack. I will gonna remember at the end of this broadcast to mention
much-
that.
Ooh, yeah. I pretty much will do anything for a laugh. I'm pathetic and will happily make a mockery of myself for a laugh.
Hey, you know,
Baywatch.
It is. It legitimately, John is Baywatch. Yeah.
That's good.
so and then the last thing I picked up, which I know John doesn't particularly like, but I enjoyed again, which
I
was
got that
Darling
too.
#2.
I got
know,
I
that
thought
too.
this was better than #1. So
I agree with
Part of
you.
it for me might just be burnout on the Batman universe, and
Right.
it's like when somebody's oversalted all of your food, you can't appreciate what you're eating anymore, and now it's just like everything is bad. I didn't even pick up the Lemire Joker thing.
yeah,
And
I didn't pick that up
it
either.
was amazing, and other people told me it wasn't, and I was just
Yeah.
like, at this point, it's all just noise to me. Like I can't absorb it anymore.
Right.
So I think I just needed to back away, and then at some point, I'm going to re-enter the Batman universe because I genuinely love. I have 3 short boxes just for Batman related stuff, and I just it saddens me. And I was hot and cold with King. It saddens me that I'm not picking up Batman with anything Batman because I'm burned out on Snyder and Capullo. I don't like the whole Last Night on Earth thing. I didn't need it. I don't want it.
Yeah.
So I'm hopeful that at some point somebody's going to give that whole universe the inoculation that it really needs.
Yeah.
Perry
was
really doesn't like it. So
When we were talking about the ages again, that was another turning point when the New 52 broke. That could have been another cut in the line right there.
Definitely.
It should probably be a line. If you were actually going
You
to
know?
divide the ages, it should be that probably is the most recent line, I would guess.
Right.
So with that, everything else was from the con yesterday. And like I said, I spent like about 40 total on this whole stack. So, which was about what my budget was. So,
Nice.
lots of $2 and $1 books.
What was the
I need to stop giving Perry time in my like.
Oh,
Yeah, you're really you don't want to give that guy any focus. He's just going to keep going.
But he's taking shots at John, so you know.
And I'm all for that.
Bat Bear. Bat Bear's the new club.
There you
We
go.
gotta get the Bat Bear club started. Yeah, you know, John's got his club with the Wolf Man, the Man Wolf.
Man Wolf Pack.
And Man Wolf Pack, and then you've got the Gibbon Gang.
Yep.
And now Sam's Tangled Web has a new club basically that should be started, and it's called the Bat Bear.
The Bat Bear. I like it. I like it.
Yeah.
So I picked this up just because it was one I was missing from my Rebirth run.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was $2. I picked up a couple of Frisian Wonder Womans I was missing. 43. These were also $2. And 24, which is one I really love with Cheetah in the background. And yeah. It's one of my
I love Prison, but I'm really coming around to the Dodson Wonder Woman. The more I see Dodson's Wonder Woman, the more I'm like, yeah, I almost think because it's so underappreciated that I almost like it more than Prison, which is, you know, that's really harsh to say, but like they're both great. I just I see Prison everywhere and nobody's talking Dodson. And every time I see a Dodson, I'm like, damn, that's a good cover.
Dodson is really good covers. And he's moving over to Batgirl, I think.
Oh, really?
With Middleton going away, I think he's taking over Batgirl. So
I wish they just if they could put a decent writer on any of those books, I'd be buying them too.
Yeah.
Mm.
And then these
I haven't
were
enjoyed Wonder Woman since New 52, Azarella.
Whoa.
There we go.
There you go.
It's jumping out of focus on me. And then these were 6 for $5. I picked up some old Batman issues. $4.50, a nice Joker cover. $4.51.
Love that one. Great one.
Yeah. For $1. I was like, actually less than $1 because it was 6 for $5. So
that's less than $1.
Yeah. First, Tim Drake is Robin.
That's a great cover. Yeah, I love it.
That's a great buy for that, man. Come on.
And these are all like they were in a dollar bin and some really old ratty bags and boards, but they're all really, really nice. Like,
this is why he's the budget collector. Look at him, man.
Budget collector.
I don't know about that. I rarely do this well. A few
I
of the
love that cover.
issues.
God, I love that cover.
That's a great cover, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Except for those damn ears on that
Ears,
I
I know.
Stupid.
So
Who's looking at Batman's
Stupid.
ears in that picture?
well, I know. This is true. The one after the breaking of the bat, I picked up for $1, and then, as you guys know, I have the regular copy of 4.97 and a 9.8, but I picked up the newsstand for $1 as well, and this is like a copy too. So
Nice.
So I was happy to add the newsstand. So she would be happy to see that.
How many copies of that do you have? Be honest.
But
honestly, how many copies of that do you have now?
2.
2? That's it?
That's it.
That's not bad.
So you forget, like when I was at this age, I would read them out of the spinner rack in the grocery store and put them back.
Put them back.
I never bought anything when I was a kid.
Nice.
That was before I bought comic books.
Yeah.
I never bought them as a kid. I would just read them and put them back.
Nice. Nice.
So,
I agree with Sam I Am Comics. Math is good for you, Perry. You got to suck it up sometimes. Do your math.
And then the only book I spent like actual money on, I spent $15 on this. So I just love this Gotham City Sirens cover.
Who did that one?
March. It's I need to get the other 2 pieces, the Poison Ivy and the Catwoman that go with it. It's a connecting over 3 issues, and I love those 3, but I couldn't pass this up. So
good stuff.
And then the rest of these were like $2, $4, and $5. I picked up Catwoman number 2. I'm wanting to like fill in some gaps in that run from the 90s. I picked up Catwoman number 1, the Darwin Cook.
Oh yeah,
Which I love this cover, except for they gave her blue eyes, which is wrong, but that's okay. But otherwise, I love everything. I'm a big Darwin Cook fan, so, and I just love that cover. It's one of my favorites. I don't know. They're making which is good.
They're all making fun of Perry and talking math.
So, John, you and I share something on our walls, and funny, this one right here.
The Avengers poster?
Yeah, Avengers. I read Avengers 1 today.
Hey.
On the Marvel Unlimited. I'd never read Avengers 1 before.
Cool.
I finally read, what brought these guys together, and Loki playing the mind tricks with a Hulk, and then everyone chasing him. It was cool. Yeah.
And then the second issue has Hulk. I mean, so the comment that I think Jeffrey always makes is that Hulk is not an Avenger until way, way later. He's just somebody they're always chasing around.
Yeah.
Like he's the problem that they're trying to solve in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
So he didn't actually join until way later. John is a good stand-up fighter.
I have no idea. Like Biggie said in the Fight Club, and then JP will fight.
If I'm on your Fight Club team, you definitely made a mistake.
Yeah.
I got a long reach, but that's about all I got.
Yeah. I picked this up for $5.
Second to no.
First domino.
That's the
Domino.
first domino, the official domino.
That's the real domino. The other one wasn't domino.
The other one was a domino. So yeah, the first real domino. So that's $5, and it's a really nice copy. Like I've seen some others that were not as nice that were like 20. So I was like, whatever. And then I finally filled out all my single issues of Hush. I got the first print of 608 and 609.
And is it 610 or 609? That's the first Hush considered the first
609.
609.
Yeah. So this is Hush's first appearance, and yeah, it's normally like a $20 book, and it was $5, and it's
that's definitely an expensive book. Yeah.
So that was it. That was my haul from the con. It really wasn't, nothing major, but some decent books to kind of fit in. So
good stuff. When's the next con for you?
C2E2.
Yeah, right. So that's March, right? That's March.
End of February, 1st of March.
1st March. Okay. I know I'm going to Florida. That's something. I'm going to Florida to meet all these Florida peeps. and if everything works out right, then hopefully we'll be bringing it'll be a good time. Just to say that I'm going to be bringing somebody with me if it works out. So it's going to be good.
So no C2E2 for JB this time then?
But if Comic Core sets up, definitely. As a matter of fact, I like to go to any convention that I can get into for free, and I can get a couch to stay on. Basically, I'm pretty much down to go to that convention.
Well, yeah, I go crash at my sister's house. That's why I go to C2E2.
Right.
So I don't pay a hotel. So
I think the core should be C2E2. I just don't know if they're going to have the house like they sometimes rent a place or whatever. Like JB, those are the things that determine my attendance outside of California.
Yeah.
So no, that'll be because there's really not a lot of small cons, comic shows, and stuff around here. At least not that I've found to date. It seems like there's getting to be a few more, but there's really not a lot of other stuff, which is fine because most of the time my budget doesn't support going to that kind of thing anyway.
Well, I've only been to 2 so far. Chicago and Baltimore. So, 2 great experiences. Don't get me wrong. I had 2 wonderful experiences, but there's more. There's more out there, and I can't wait to see what's next.
I always go to. Well, I didn't last year, but typically the last couple of years I've tried to go to C2E2, and I go to Planet, which is the Kansas City one. The problem is they're like generally 2 to 3 weeks apart. So yeah, it's back.
You reading comics? Yeah.
Perry, yes, solid.
Yeah. It's not a question of where to stay. It's a question of like the flight to Florida.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll see. But I got so many good ones here in my area.
Yeah, but it's close to you too. That you don't really have to travel.
Yeah, I went to 2 cons. I've only ever been to 3 cons. They were all this year. So in January, I went to a tiny little comic. It's more like a comic book fair than a real Comic Con.
Those are all the Southern California ones right there, right?
Rick Taylor.
Long Beach, San Diego Comic-Con, Long Beach Comic-Con, LA Comic-Con. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. And so I did, and then I did WonderCon. So I did that one. The little one I did with Comic Tom. I hung out with Tom a little bit, and then I did with Jeffrey the WonderCon, and then obviously Baltimore is currently loading on my computer, and then
there you go. So
good stuff.
Yeah. So no, I think that's about all I got, fellas. You guys got anything else you want to pitch coming up other than John's thing?
I got something to pitch.
Yeah.
So during the course of next week, let's see, Tuesday I'm working a concert, so there won't be a show Tuesday, but I am doing a show Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, as far as the show.
Nice.
And then if you haven't noticed, most people haven't, but I changed the homepage.
It's cool, dude. I dig it.
Isn't that cool?
Cool. I dig it a lot.
This is the deal, guys. What's on live right now in our community? Go to my page because I'm constantly updating this playlist, which is the first thing you see, which is called Today's Comic Book Community Live Streams. Like currently right now, we got Strictly Comics, Jeff Comic, us, Blasted or Stash It, and Reggie just hit. There are no more after that, but there was, I believe, 17 today.
Bunch today, yeah.
There was 18 yesterday, and I keep taking one that ends, and I move it to the bottom, and I move it to the bottom, and I move it to the bottom, and then as soon as I wake up in the morning, I delete them all, and I grab everything else that's scheduled to come out, and you can see all the live. And I'm just updating it, every so often. I'm just sitting at home. I ain't got shit to do anyway, right? So and I just do it on my phone. Hey, and I move the list around, and I'm having fun with it. So check that out. It is
cool. I really dug it, and I'm trying to get used to it because it looks different on my phone than my iPad than my computer. So every time I own a different device, I got to figure out how to find it.
Yeah, but it's kind of cool. So that's my new gig. That's my new dealio, right? So if you want to know what's going live, it's just the what's on live, right? Okay.
I haven't checked that out yet, so I need to.
During the course this week, Biggie and myself hopefully are going to sort some more books. But now instead of just sorting dollar books, I'm going to sort $1 books, $3 books, $5 books, $10 books, $15 books, and $20 books. And mostly we did this when I did the Spider-Man booth. Did you guys see that one? Biggie and I did. We broke down like 9 Spider-Man booth boxes and we sorted them by what we thought they were worth. And then I saw how much money I lost or made or could make.
That's cool.
Right. So I still got the little dividers. I'm going to add a couple more sections and just go through. I've got 12 short boxes of stuff to get rid of. There's 4 boxes of DC, 4 boxes of Marvel, 4 boxes of Indie that all got to go. So during the course of this week, Biggie and hopefully anyone that wants to pop in can help us determine, is this worth $1, $3, $5, $10, and I'll slot them. Now, here's my concept. It's an 8-window pop-up shop that goes A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. The first 5 rounds, dollar books, then 1 round of $3 books, 1 round of $5 books, 1 round of $10 books, 1 round of $15 books, and the final round is 8 $20 books that'll all be buy it now style.
So you just type in the chat $20 for that book G.
So I'm going to remember how Thorough used to do it.
Yeah.
So there'll be a starting line. I'll show you the 8 books. Here's 8 $1 books starting line. Who wants A through H? Whatever, sort those out, do 5 rounds of that. And then a round of $5 books, A through H, and a round of $10 books, A through H, $15 books, and then finally $20 books. And that would end that. This is the pop-up shop concept that I'm going to throw out.
Okay.
Now, Thursday will be the first ever auction on the Discovery Bay Comics channel because I've had lots of people that want to be in auctions that can't get in the cool club rotation. Hey, man, I love you guys, but there's only, Big Lion Cat can only have so many people, and
on top of which, I love those guys and I've jumped in with them a few times, but when they have 6 or 7 people, you only get a couple of rounds in before the show's over. And it's hard. I mean, they're trying to do everything they can and it's not on them at all. It's just the format is hard. And so we're going to enough big auctions. So it'd be awesome if JB's got his own.
Yeah. We're going to try something on Thursday. This will be the first inaugural one. And we're going to just try something different with some different sellers that you're not used to seeing all the time. And if it works, I will be more than happy to host every Thursday since I am looking for views and I need some watch time. And it seems that everybody that does auctions has they have no problem getting watch time. So, I may not have anything to sell, but I'll be more than happy to host. And if you don't have a channel where you can host and you're cool in the community and you know who you are, we know who we are, right? And you're cool in the community, hit me up, get on. You know that on Thursdays, you're going to have a chance to get on there and show your stuff. So that's what I got going on. Thanks for asking and thanks for having me on.
Yeah, no problem. It's awesome. You got what's going on.
And we had a good time.
Hey, don't forget, we had a good time.
For me, like I said, I'm going to do a premiere for that video tomorrow. It's only like 10 minutes long. It's pretty short. And then I've got Monday night. So tomorrow night, and I'll shoot JB a thing as well. We're doing top 5 Westerns. It's going to be Fire Guy Ryan, myself, and Big Will. And we're going to be counting down our favorite Western movies. Monday night. It should be a blast.
I'm going to show my age with my spaghetti Western knowledge.
Well, I was going to say, Will and I are definitely like classic Western guys, and Fire Guy Ryan is not. So I'm expecting Ryan to really pick outside the box and how he defines a Western, right?
Will somebody have Silverado in their movie list? I don't know.
We discussed it at length. What is a Western? We went round and round. What is a Western? We were talking about Logan with Hugh Jackman. We were talking about No Country for Old Men. We were talking about what makes a Western. How do you define a Western? And it was a very interesting conversation. So we'll start off with that, and then we'll run through our top 5. And the big thing I'm excited about is Wednesday night is the brand new Comic Core Unlimited.
Oh, that's right.
It's going to be exciting. Alec, I am running the show. So I am in charge of the thumbnail. I'm in charge of like logging everybody in and out. So it's going to be very exciting. It's going to be a blast. I think it's going to be something very different for the Comic Core, hopefully. And yeah, we're sad to say goodbye to JD, but the dude was doing like 4 shows on the Comic Core each week. It was too much. And we said, no, let's do something different on the Wednesday show. Since we've lost Spectre and JD, it's been like, let's just shake it up.
Cool. That's going to be fun.
Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know what I got coming this week. I should be able to get a top 10 out for next weekend. But the week after is going to be a cluster, so I may actually miss a week. And yeah, I think Matt and I are going to try to do a collecting smart for next Monday, the 18th. Is that right? 18th? Yeah, 18th. But we haven't even settled on a topic yet, so, which is not surprising. We normally do that like on Saturday or Sunday. So yeah, I don't know if I'm going to get anything else out this week. Probably not. I've been working on some other stuff, but I just don't think it's going to happen. I've got a bunch of stuff going on. Next Sunday, there will be no live stream. I have to work Saturday and Sunday next weekend. I'm working 15-hour days. Both days because we're doing, well, those that don't know, I work for our Department of Conservation here in Missouri, and our deer season opens next weekend, and we do mandatory sampling for CWD, which is a deer disease that we're trying to slow down that affects deer. So anyway, I'm going to be spending 15 hours standing at a check station both days getting samples from deer. So so that'll be exciting. Not really, but hey, I do my turn.
Is that double time? Do you get like hazard pay for that?
No, not really. So
man.
Yeah, I mean, it takes about half the department will be out both those days, like sampling. So
wow.
I skipped it last year. I did it the 2 years before. I skipped it last year. I'm back on this year. So yeah, and then there's some other stuff going on not this week, but the week after. So I don't know what I'll get out otherwise. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I want to thank you guys for topping in. I want to thank everyone for joining us in the chat. We had a good chat tonight. And yeah, we'll see you next time. And I'll let JB close it again just because.
Don't forget. We had a good time.
Nice.